What's up? Welcome, welcome. Good morning. G-Star. Nako. Just gonna do my PvPs while a few more people tune in. I'm trying to get myself into the habit of doing PvP again because I keep running out of Bolans. Especially now that I'm like just raising random ships I like, multiple copies. Hello. Welcome. Okay, let's first get the important stuff out of the way and take a look at the new equipment skins. This is what? Oh, for the submarine. Space Ryusei Kai. Okay, what do we got here? Fox gels. That looks alright. Not bad. This I already don't like. The torpedoes, I don't really care for either. It's kind of hard to see actually. Okay, that's pretty bad. Hello, Arthur. Welcome. I don't know if I'm gonna spend too much coins on this. I think I only like this one, and this one's okay. The rest of them, I think I can skip. Alright. Let's now do some construction, shall we? Here we go. Okay. I don't have that much space right now in my dock. So I have to clean it up relatively often. 5 hours. This is the one. Boom! Ah, easy.
白鵬、お待ちしておりましたわ。香を焚いてのお出迎えは、古より伝わるおもてなしの流儀。指揮官様とここで出会えるなんて、本当に喜ばしい限りですわ。
She really does look a lot like Taiho, but also kind of, she has the dumb face that Hindenburg has. Okay, who else are we looking for? I think this is Omi. Omi and Minase. Okay. Oh! Okay, we take those. Hold on. Let me get this started first, before I forget, which I always do. Where is she? Hello? Oh, there we go. Should I keep the Enterprise? To hold another skin? Nah, I have enough. Another. Alright, stop trolling. Oh, brother. Are we really doing this right now? Okay. Plus one. One more to go. Oof. I can do this now, at least. Also, I'm maxed out on books, so let's use a few of these so I can claim the books. Okay. Because I have all my ships maxed out, so I don't need to use them. Oh! We are good.
言ってはみたけれど、指揮官ってそこまで半分熟齢の人じゃないでしょ。改めてこの一杯で出会いを祝いましょう。指揮官さん。
Okay. Decent haul. That's what I'm talking about.
うちの姉が面倒をかけているとき、白鵬の作法は完璧そのものですわ。
Don't I have both Hakuhos locked? I think so. I locked both of them. I'll probably keep the other one just to hold skins like these random yours. Although I probably don't need two Vanguards because how often is she getting a skin really? Yeah. I'll probably get rid of one of these. And then probably don't need a Z52. Probably have enough Yorktowns as well, to be honest. Yeah, I gotta clean up my dock a little bit. Okay, we still do have some money left over, which is nice. Very nice. Don't really need to... Well, I'm never using that anyway, but... Maybe I'll skill up Omi. She looks... Well, she doesn't really look that good, but not too bad. I assume you've been playing since launch with no breaks? Oh, I thought you were talking about the EXP books. Well, there's a lot of ships that I just didn't... bother leveling their skills for because it's too many notifications about the academy. So like all these purples, I didn't really level their skills, but yeah. All the skills I need leveled, they're leveled. With the exception of the very new ships. I was looking for Omi. And I guess I'll keep leveling her skill. Alright. Good haul. Good haul. Pretty happy about that. Not a huge fan of running out of coins, I must say. Alright, we got some new stuff to put in here. Probably won't put Hakuho in here though because I'll begin using her immediately. So instead, Omi goes in. Will you buy any of the new Live 2D skins? Yes. Probably get Alsace and Unzen. The other ones I have to check. What I really need right now is some more dock space. Doesn't really matter what I put in here. Okay, I'll just do that. And then on this side, we're not using this anymore. Although we could keep using it because there's nothing else to do. Yeah, it's pretty low, and I have a bunch of dupes for no good reason as well. That's a lot of blues. I gotta retire those. Let me check my enterprises. Carriers. Union. Okay, I got 3 skins. Do I need another? Nah. 3's good enough. 3's good enough. Vanguard, rest in peace. Limit breaks. Really, if I could skip skill leveling, I would just book her to 120. Because I have no use for the EXP books, but I'm gated by the skill EXP anyway, so I'll just take my time leveling her. Get some planes on it. Boom. 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 No, not yet. Boom. And there we go. Although actually I should be using... Hold on a sec. Should probably stick a spearfish on her. I don't know who I should replace Hakuho with, either Amagi or Shinano. I would just choose the 2 you like the most, or use all 3 of them. Nothing wrong with that. But if you do need a slow, then just choose the two that you like. Like, you really only have to choose based on performance if you're failing to do whatever it is you're trying to do, right? But I mean, if it kills the boss, you don't really have to pick the two best ones. Okay. With that being said, oh, I also have to do this. Guys, who should I choose for my wishing wall? Very hard choice here. Okay. Gacha, I just got done doing the gacha. Wait, are all skins rerunning? Hold on a second. Was there anything I missed that I might want to buy? That is the question. I guess I'll check later. Yeah, I don't want to leave the skins on screen for too long because I don't want to get my channel restricted. Shinano Magic Box skin, I don't like that one as much as the other two. What packs do we have here? None of these are event limited. Recommended shop. I really like this one, but we'll see. I think I'll buy this one. I might buy this one, but I think I saw some of the interactions. And they don't really fit my taste, but I mean the skin still looks good. Okay, I'm gonna go clear my hard mode and then start doing the event. Wait, did I get some reward here? Oh no. Let's do hard mode first.
新しい力を預かっている以上、SX はより一層活躍しなければなりません。仲間のお手。
Okay, I mean, looking at the ships, Hakuho seems like she's only gonna be good against heavy armor. And, you do need to use, I think, at least one IGN ship with her. Let me check. I should pin the Datamine for those who haven't seen it. Let me just do that real quick. Okay, that's the Datamine. Actually, she can be sortied solo, but having a full IJN main fleet will help her cycle through her skill 2 effects faster, I guess. But yeah, she's only good against heavy armor, which is fine. She'll obviously see use when there's a heavy armor boss, but I was expecting her to be the carrier version of Lion, which she definitely isn't. She's more like the carrier version of Amagi. Ironically enough. Oh wait, I was muted? What the heck? How long was I muted for? What was the last thing I said? Somebody let me know. I said Datamine, but did I talk about the ships or did I just link it? Because I was talking about the ships, I don't know, I guess I hit the mute hotkey, which is caps lock, but I don't remember hitting that. Okay. I was just talking about how, like, Hakuho is only good against heavy armor because it's really troll to use anything except for a torpedo bomber on her, since 15% anti-air for a carrier does pretty much nothing. And Yeah, I thought she was just gonna be the carrier version of Lion, but she's really just the carrier version of Amagi, ironically. But since she specializes in something, she definitely will be useful. That's just how it works. And she can also be used pretty effectively solo. I'm not too worried about oil cost. So I'll just put like... I will just put... maybe time... oh wait, I can't. I'll just use her with Hakuho, wherever she is. Okay, this should be good enough. And then this with bun. Where's my bun? This cross fleet is not ideal, but it's not gonna make much of a difference. Yeah, the submarine I-404 is really good just by virtue of her stats alone, as well as the cross fleet 10% accuracy. So you just have to sortie her and you get 10% accuracy, so there's literally no reason not to use her. I mean, even if you don't level her, you might as well just stick her in the submarine fleet, level up that skill, and she'll instantly be useful. And then... but yeah, if you do use her, she's also probably the best submarine. Omi doesn't impress too much because she needs 30 seconds to stack her skill 1. But typically timed skills that start the timer at like the beginning of the battle are going to be better, since battles don't last very long most of the time. And then Asama, I like that she does good damage and then also buffs heavy cruiser torpedo damage. And Ibuki and Unzen are very good, but the problem is she has a 70% chance to trigger torpedo barrage, and seeing that just gave me PTSD, because I don't want to deal with that in 2025. I don't know why it's not just 100%, because it wouldn't even be like too strong at 100%. So why not? She also has 5 luck. Oh god, Omi has 4 luck, and Asama has 5 luck. Jesus. Yeah, the Datamine breakdown video is going to take a couple days though, because I'm going to be busy. But I'm just going over the ships quickly for now. Yeah. I would say the submarine is actually going to be seen more often than Hakuho. Just because of how free it is to just stick her in your fleet and get 10% accuracy for everyone, if that is how it works. there's just no detriment to not... There's no detriment to bringing her, so... Okay, Shiratsuyu, what does she have? What? She got an extra anti-air gun, but her retrofit didn't give her any extra anti-air stat. Or efficiency. Come on. Give her like 40 or something. Why are they being stingy? Oh? When the ship fires her torpedo weapon, heal 5% of max HP to the lowest HP main fleet ship. And also trigger a level 10 special barrage. That's kind of nice. Although, torpedo would be like once every 15 seconds at best. To fix what? What's the issue? I need to get some water. 1 second. Wait, did I engage the boss? Hold on. Let me engage the boss. Wait, I'm pretty sure I don't have equipment on my Fushin. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. This should go much faster. Both Sakura carriers in my fleet, one is low, medium, low? Low armor. Is that light? She has PR4. There's 2 planes in PR4, so I don't know what you mean by that. You should use the right plane for the right enemy. That's all I can say. Like, there's no one setup that's gonna give you the best performance against all enemies, so if you're against a light armor enemy, then use the rocket planes, and medium armor enemy, use the AP rocket planes. Heavy armor enemy, use torpedo bombers. Would you run her with Flasher and Homura / Albacore? I don't have Homura raised, even though she is good. So I'm gonna run her probably with Flasher and +1. If like I wanted the best submarine fleet. I don't think Albacore is good unless you're running her with both Archerfish and Flasher. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure first Flasher is the best, and then Albacore, not Albacore, Archerfish, because they both buff each other. Archerfish, or does Archerfish only buff Albacore? No, they buff each other. Flasher. Oh wait, Flasher doesn't buff Archerfish, but Archerfish buffs Flasher. But yeah, something like I-404 Flasher, and then either Archerfish or maybe U556 meta. Personally though, I really like the Italian subs, design-wise. And since submarines are not too important, I would probably just roll up with I-404 and then Da Vinci and Baraka. Just for aesthetic reasons. Not a fan of the rope skins. Yeah. They can be okay, but I wish Amagi's wedding skin was a kimono though. Like I really like Shokaku's wedding skin. Oath skin. So it's a shame about Amagi. Gonna make some spaghetti carbonara. Nice. I haven't made it in a while because inflation goes crazy. Pancetta and especially guanciale is not cheap here. These days I just make a tomato sauce with cream because I'm lazy. Between her barrage and range? Does Albacore have increased range? So her augment makes her resurface. Does she get closer to the enemy when she surfaces? How are the ships? They're pretty good. The submarine has no reason not to be used at all times, pretty much, because of her cross fleet, which is just completely free accuracy for all of your surface fleets. At the cost of nothing, because you don't even have to call her in. And then the Hakuho is a heavy armor specialist. So she's not going to see too much use while Yudachi meta is around, but obviously she's going to be usable in challenge mode and the Operation Siren Arbiter fight, if it's the heavy armor one. Damn, but why is Ryusei Kai gold? Shouldn't it be rainbow? Not that I want to spend extra plates, but it's about time we get a rainbow aimed torpedo bomber. Okay, how many more battles here? 3. Let's do it. Well, I gotta hope I get the UR early. Took a break from the game for a few months. Well, here's the good news. The submarine is probably more core to your overall account, and you can just get her from the event for free. You don't even have to build her. And even if you miss out on the carriers, so there's still 2 permanent options in Shinano and Hakuryu. That kind of cover the same role she covers, but a little bit worse, obviously. I thought she was going to be the carrier version of Lion, but definitely not. We gotta wait a little bit more for that one. Although with Hakuho being such a heavy armor specialist, it kind of feels like Mecklenburg's niche might have already been power crept before people started completing her and her gun. Because before Hakuho, I feel like Mecklenburg and Lion might have actually been better than Amagi and Shinano against heavy armor. But now, it's a hard sell. I'm curious about the Shiratsu retrofit. I like her 5-second torp barrage with her augment. Yeah. Well, the retrofit isn't gonna make her worse, so you should be good on that. Also, she has decent anti-air. Just decent. Nothing impressive, but it's something. If the boss has super high anti-air, Mecklenburg will still see use. Yeah. I mean, there's another issue with Mecklenburg compared to a carrier fleet, which is that all the torpedo bombers are gold planes, and then you need a couple of the Mecklenburg guns which are rainbow, and you need 2 of them at least. If not 3. I think you might need 3 for heavy armor. But also, there's nothing wrong with using like Bismarck's Way plus Mecklenburg plus Hakuho. Well, there is something wrong, which is that you're not using Lion, but yeah. And I guess the fact that they're using all torpedo bombers, if the enemy has planes, then it could be an issue with detection. I feel like the game is really chill, and the people who have the luxury of comparing like every single ship in the game and then trying to pick out what's optimal to use could also just use something for fun and clear everything because their account is sufficiently developed. And then new players, I guess they kind of get like a different experience depending on when they start and what kind of viewerships they get. Like, somebody commented recently on one of my videos that they started on the Lion banner and they got her, and like the whole game just feels so easy. But somebody else might start on like a more niche banner like this one, and it'll be harder, but still obviously entirely doable. And after a couple events, they'll probably get something OP as well. I thought I was halfway done with the new Yargun, but only at 56 out of 150. I haven't gotten my first copy yet, but I'm trying to go for like Mecklenburg and the gun at the same time. Let me check my progress. I think I have 40 something. 44. And then for the Berg, I'm at development 25. I think I'm closer to the gun than Mecklenburg. But I also started focusing more on equipment maybe in like the past week because the current meta boss is Yudachi, so who cares about Mecklenburg? Helping a returning player, and they have New Jersey. That doesn't sound like a returning player. That sounds more like a new player. Because don't you just have to log in during the English anniversary and they give you like a UR voucher where you can pick New Jersey? With the fire extinguisher thing, I figured now is a good time to unlock Soryu meta as well. Do you need fire extinguishers for that fight? I feel like I don't remember using fire extinguishers. All I remember is that in like the last 5 seconds of the fight, she does a big attack and she kills every single Vanguard instantly. Which probably isn't even the case anymore with Eldritch, but yeah. Don't remember using fire extinguisher for that one. I think I have it right now. Where is it? Yeah, this gotta be from the Annie. Let's do more Mecklenburgs. They ask me so many questions, it's kind of hard for me to keep track. Yeah. Sometimes people come into my comments asking questions that... Okay, the one I dislike the most is when they ask me, oh, what can I use instead of this? And then I don't know what they have, right? So I just tell them, like, whatever. And then they're like, oh, I don't have this either. I don't have time to go through all the options and then have them tell me one at a time that they don't have this, they don't have that. I don't know, guys. Fushin seems to be stronger than Hakuho. She gets MVP every time. Or am I tripping? Yeah, I'm still fairly new, and my biggest struggle is trying to remember who is good in what situation. Like who is good versus destroyer bosses, etc. Yeah. Although, if you're new, like, you probably only have 1 or 2 fleets, right? So it's more about changing your equipment than having the luxury of choosing the best ship for the fight. That's why I ship like Essex, even though she's not quite as strong as the other ships, are very good for new players because Essex Retrofit is good against any situation. Not the best at anything, but also she can be used everywhere if you adjust her equipment appropriately. So compared to someone like Hakuho, who's going to be your go-to carrier whenever there's a heavy armor enemy, if you're against a light armor enemy or if you're doing campaign, Hakuho is going to be quite weak. Whereas Essex, it doesn't matter what armor type you're against, whether you're doing campaign or Operation Siren or meta fights, she's always going to be very good. Another example is Lion, but yeah, kind of broken. I also updated the seasonal tier list. Let me see here. A? Did I make a mistake somewhere? One moment. Okay. I updated the seasonal tier list Well, I didn't push it through yet, but I think these are the changes for, hold on. What should I do here? Maybe I do this, and then make it smaller, like that. Move it over to this side. Move it like here? No. Make it even smaller. And then... yeah, these are the changes from Kawakaze meta. Eldritch is no longer needed because you can just slap your fire extinguishers on the Vanguard, and they should have no trouble surviving with Z52 tanking, as well as Mogador or Plymouth. And then, okay, I need to remove Raffaello from here. Obviously, these two, I did a run with only these two in the main fleet, and then an empty slot in the third, and it left 7 bars. So I think you can use like Lion and Alsace with literally any ship, even Unicorn, and it will kill the boss. And then after these two, I would say these two are the best options to increase damage. I feel like they're about equal, but Roommate might just be a little bit more overkill. The thing is, they're both really, really overkill. But Roommate will require you to have a lot of carrier reload, whereas if you're going to be using Lion and Alsace anyway, Vanguard doesn't require you to have good equipment, and also you're probably going to have battleship reload to be using Lion and Alsace in the first place, and then, well, Vanguard herself doesn't need reload, particularly, because she's really fast. And then Bismarck's Way is also still good against light armor, but I'm pretty sure she contributes less damage than Vanguard in this fight. I don't know if I should move her down to A. I feel like definitely these two are a cut above the rest, and then these two are the best for the last slot. And then these two, you need 20% evasion rate. Well, you want at most 20% evasion rate debuff. So if you're using either one of these, you should probably just use both of them and not use Aurora. But if you're using Aurora, then you probably don't need to use either of them. And one of these as tank. Plymouth also works as tank, but not super consistent. But Plymouth does more damage than Z52. After that, these are a little bit worse against Yudachi meta than against Kawakaze meta, and the reason for that is because when I was using Yorktown with like Essex or, for example, Fritz Rume, I would do 4 strikes with the other carrier, 3 strikes with Yorktown with double Sky Raiders, and then Kearsarge would apply the slow from Eldritch. But in Yudachi meta, you don't really need slows if you're going to do 4 strikes, since the boss just happens to stop moving for most of the fight. And yeah. Hold on. Let me just move this. Same goes for Soyuz. She's good if you need the slow. Her damage is good, obviously, but not the best. And she brings the slow, which is not needed for this boss. Raffaello, your Vanguard won't die without her, so she's not as good, nowhere as good. Richelieu is like probably pretty much more scuffed version of Vanguard. But if you use Richelieu, then ships like St. Louis and Mogador will do a lot more damage. And then these just do a decent amount of damage. FTG is a little bit better this time around because Yudachi is gonna inflict a burn on FTG, and then pretty much she's gonna proc her proximity barrage on cooldown. So maybe after a little bit more testing, I think these 4 might go in the same tier. I don't know if I should drop them or raise her up. Other than that, these two are tanks that do more damage than Eldritch. But I think you're better off using Mogador to tank, because Mogador does way more damage than these two against the light armor boss. So the tank tier list is like over here. Plymouth kind of, but not really. If you use Plymouth, I think this is so this is the fleet that this is the specific fleet that I tried with 5 ships. Two what's it called, main fleet ships. So this is 7 bars short. I think you could put like Zuiho and it will kill. And then your Plymouth, there's no way she'll die with his Zuiho healing her. We're at D now, which is a hard mode. Okay. Let me switch back to the game. Alright, Hakuho, where you at? What was I using? Oh, I think I know the problem. Yeah, if you're starting in February, that's pretty decent. I think I was using the unicorn for my last trip here. But not this unicorn, the other unicorn. I think I was using this one. Heavy cruiser, perfect. And I was also using Eldridge, as well as Howden Liu, just because they're in my dorm. Wait, it's not oil cap yet, right? I have to clear it once first? Oh, brother. No. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Wait, 45 morale. Jesus. Maybe I should switch her out. Okay. This should definitely work. Maybe just do this. We need a light cruiser ASAP. We need a light cruiser in the gacha. Why do we get another carrier? We have 3 IGN carriers already. We need a light cruiser for the cross fleet. This is unacceptable. We need a light cruiser pronto. Alright, where's Unzan? Right here. Hey? What? Wait, what? Oh. It has to be a heavy cruiser. Whoops. In that case, probably don't need unicorn. Although this seems a little risky with a level of 74 in the back. Okay, whatever. I know there's a IGN ship called Kitakami, but she's supposed to be a torpedo cruiser, which doesn't exist yet. They can easily just make her a light cruiser, but give her like a bunch of torpedo stuff. Apparently it's a famous ship that has a bunch of torpedoes, so we could have had her for this event. The next event is likely gonna be either USS or KMS, right? Because this year we had Lion, so it's not gonna be HMS. We also had Raffaello, so it's probably not gonna be Sardinia. Can it be French? Yeah, it could be. The end of the year event could be French, but I think more likely it's going to be either USS or KMS. If it's USS, there's a good chance of a light cruiser, I would say. Since isn't there like Worcestershire? Is that her name? And Demois. Still trying to decide if taking Drake, Kronstadt, or Shimakaze to 125 is worth it. At this point, probably not. Hello, Scotty. Welcome to the stream. What was that White Phoenix plane skin? I think that's from the... Is that from her barrage or from the map? I think it's from the map, right? Why don't we get that as an equipment skin? Why are we getting freaking trees and stuff? Wait, was this B3 or D3? Wasn't that a little too easy? No, that's D3. Okay. Well, whatever. Before I forget, here, let me try a couple things. Alright, first, let me just show you guys the damage with these two. I'll put Zuiho in there, because literally anyone works, I think. Just use something like this. That's right. We need a different gun here. Yeah, that's good. One thing that's kind of annoying about not using Eldritch, though, is that Alsace's preload doesn't get the slow anymore. It's not a big deal, but I really like the consistency from that. But yeah, that's the power of Lion and Alsace. You can put Zuiho in there and kill the meta boss. And then there was something else I was trying to cook up. But it was too hard for me. There was nothing I could do. Oh, I really wanted to make it work, but I'm not using Kagurays on freaking Queen Elizabeth. Absolutely not. So. I was doing this with... I got so close, man. The closest I got was 2 bars of HP left. I think this is the right setup. Let me just check one more time. Yeah. So close. Level 120, Queen Elizabeth, on Oath. You know, like, her buff is just so useless. Doesn't even give accuracy. If she just gave accuracy, it would work, but... it just gives firepower and reload, that's it. The worst part is, Trafalgar also has like a % firepower buff, so it's diminishing returns. Next event's gotta be QE2, right? I figured she would get a retrofit by now, but I don't know, I mean, she seems pretty popular, getting her own anime miniseries and whatnot. This also looks like a lower damage run. On the lower side of variance. So maybe like 9 bars of HP left or something. Vanguard's barely hanging in there. Six bars. Look, she did less damage than Zuiho. What's up with that? Oh my god, that is disgusting. And then she gives what? 10% or 15% firepower, reload, and torpedo to Plymouth. And the result? She did like 3k more damage than the last run. So useless, man. Jesus. Yeah, I couldn't... There's nothing I could do about this one. I've met my match. Can't say I didn't try, but... The thing is, though, if you replace Worst Bite with All Sass, that would actually work. But yeah. Anyway. Back to the event. Gonna finish up the event, and then I gotta go get ready to go out. Who do I usually use? Wrong so use. Oh, brother. How's Lion's Cross Fleet? I feel like you should be pretty good, right? I didn't look into it, though. Don't pay too much attention to Cross Fleet. Shimakaze, Unzen, and I guess crunch that. Oh yeah, I gotta do the enhancements first. Alright. Nope, we're not doing this. Once again, I think the full Datamine breakdown will drop on either Sunday or Monday, because I'm going to be a little busy. But I feel like the ships this time are relatively straightforward. Hakuho is... You have to put a torpedo bomber in her first slot, otherwise she's kind of useless. Or homeless, as the kids say these days. So she's only good against heavy armor, and then the submarine is like... You always bring her. No reason not to. Hello, Pablo. But the 15% AA, yeah, that's pretty good. ditch the KMS subs, well, you just need to bring I-404. Whatever you do with the other 2 submarine slots, it's up to you. Any of the new skins interest you? Yeah, they're like 4 or 5. I like the submarines skin. I don't really like the concept of her like being in bondage hanging in the air, but I just like the style that she's drawn. Like, she just looks good. You are sub-tested? No, you don't need to test her, because her stats are really high, to the point where she's already probably stronger than all the other submarines, and then on top of that, she has a free cross-fleet 10% accuracy buff for all of your fleets, which no other submarine has, so just by putting her in your fleet, even if you have her at level 1 with a skill maxed, you still get 10% accuracy for everyone. Okay, yeah. I think this looks good, even though the theme is not my favorite, it just looks good. Not my favorite pose. This one looks really good, but some of the interactions are not particularly my favorite. I might still end up buying it anyway though, because it's Yunsang. I gotta support. Hers, I don't like the pose too much. And then I'm looking to buy the Alsace and Unzen skins as well, which are coming, I guess, next patch. Also, if you want to look at the ships for yourself, I pinned the Datamine in the chat at the top. So just take a look at it. There might be more skins in the second batch, but maybe I just don't remember. More skins that I want, I mean. Your game looks smooth. Is it because of your emulator? Part of it is because of the emulator, and part of it is just the PC specs, I guess. Like, if you have a... It doesn't matter what emulator you use if your computer is a little bit outdated, then you're still gonna lag. Also, when my emulator is running, my PC is like really loud with a fan. The fan is going crazy. Okay, let me see here. Oh, Guam's looks pretty good too. It's just the... I don't know, like... It looks good, but the pose just makes me look... Just makes me tired looking at it. You know what I mean? She's gonna be in that stuck in that position forever? I can't. And the Talon one as well. Looks kind of good. I might get the Talon one. But Alsace and Unzen are almost certain. Okay, I really need to use the washroom and get ready, so I'm going to end the stream here, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Good luck on your polls, and enjoy the event. I will see you guys when I drop the Datamine video in a couple days. Alright, peace.